Have you been sold the idea that regulating your nervous system is going to feel zen, calm, peaceful, and joyful? And have you been using somatic practices, breathwork, vagus nerve exercises, and visualization to constantly achieve these feelings? Over a decade ago, I did this too, while beginning to regulate my nervous system to overcome chronic pain, anxiety, and depression. I understood that a sense of danger in my nervous system was fueling my symptoms, my childhood trauma, adult stressors, dysregulation, and high-intensity living was to blame. I also understood that in order to regulate my nervous system and heal my chronic symptoms, I needed to create a deep sense of safety in my nervous system. Based on this, I thought I just need to force myself to feel calm all the time, and then my chronic symptoms will go away. So I got to work, and I created an epic healing plan to calm my nervous system. Every morning, I did 60 minutes of safety signal practices, including present moment sensing, somatic movements, visualization, and tapping and massage. Throughout the day, when I felt pain, anxiety, or emotions, I would quickly distract myself and not focus on the sensations. Essentially, I suppressed anything unpleasant that I felt inside. I removed all stress from my work, relationships, and hobbies to minimize my anxiety. I limited being too busy to reduce fight or flight energy. This looked like me always being home by 6 p.m., no matter what. I would only have one social outing a week, and I would have at least 2 hours of downtime every day. I also constantly read mind-body books to calm myself and distract myself from my thoughts. If trauma memories came up, I ran for the hills, and I would force myself to think positively and use affirmations. And guess what? I did that for a month, and it went horrible. By the end, I felt more anxious and depressed, and because of avoidance, I feared my emotions and symptoms even more. My life felt incredibly empty. I was living this shell of a life because I had removed everything that brought me joy, passion, or purpose. Also, forcing myself to think positive all the time had backfired, and I was constantly lost in negative thinking and memories. So, where did I go wrong? I misunderstood what creates lasting safety in the nervous system. I thought I just needed to constantly use safety signals to stay calm and avoid any unpleasant sensations, thoughts, memories, or life factors. But trying to force calmness and avoid anything unpleasant will actually increase a sense of danger in your nervous system. Here is what I've learned about safety from 10 years of regulating my nervous system and treating hundreds of therapy clients. Safety is not achieved by forcing calmness. Safety is not achieved by avoiding what's unpleasant. Lasting safety is achieved by doing the next unpleasant step. Learning this truth was one of the biggest turning points in my healing. It is the single most important lesson that led me to regulating my nervous system and healing my chronic symptoms. Now, this truth led me to stop avoiding, get back to moving my body, starting new hobbies, and building passion and meaning in my career. Experience emotions. Allow myself to fully experience sensations within and create safety with them. Approach conflict in relationships by expressing my feelings and setting boundaries. Process trauma memories and sensations. I dove into doing somatic work and worked through past wounds. Face fears. I approached scary and hard parts of life instead of hiding out from them. And you know what? All these steps were hard and unpleasant, at least at first. But over time, by diving into the unpleasant nervous system work, something miraculous happened. My nervous system started to frequently feel calm, vibrant, and alive. My life got fuller and more interesting, and my relationships became healthier. So my message to all of you is to allow yourself to dive into the unpleasant nervous system work, because amazing things are on the other side of it.